So if we're talking about stroke rolls, the first thing you got to realize is that we're talking about rudiments. Rudiments are kind of based off the sticking, not the rhythm. Although they're written commonly, if you look at some rudimental books, in certain rhythms. But you don't have to be governed to any or stick to any kind of rhythm. The rhythm doesn't make it the rudiment, the sticking does. Okay? So if we're talking about a stroke roll, we're talking about a certain number of open doubles that start and stop within a certain time frame. That's basically how the rolls work. There's no such thing as a three-stroke roll. Now you talked about that. That would be a three-stroke roll, but we don't call that a three-stroke roll, we call it a drag. And you could close that, which again changes the quality of the rhythm a little bit, or you could open it. Same thing goes with a four-stroke roll. There's really no such thing as a four-stroke roll. It would be this, and we call that a single drag. We don't call that a four-stroke roll. But there's different ways of thinking about it. So the first true stroke roll starts at a five-stroke roll. Now traditionally, any roll is counted in 30-second notes. That's the most common way to think about it. So that means every double stroke gets 1/16th count. 1 E and a, 2 E and so on and so forth. The stroke roll starts and stops after a certain amount of physical hits on the drum. So a five-stroke roll would be 2 4 5, 2 4 5, 2 4 5. Right, right, left, left, right, left, left, right, right, left. That's your sticking. Rhythmically, you could apply that a whole bunch of ways. So you can think of it as eighth notes, which is the most common way. So an eighth note to an eighth note, one to end to two, E to to E. Anything like that, in the span of an eighth note, you could insert a five-stroke roll. So if eighth notes are one, end, two, end, I could go one, end, two, end, one, end, two, end, one E, end, two E, end. Or I could do one, and two, and one, and two, starting on the end. Or 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and 4 E and starting it on the E. It's all the same space, but I'm starting in different parts of the beat rhythmically. So all of that can be used. Now I'm also ending with an eighth note traditionally there. You don't have to do that. I could play them saying triplets like this. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and that changes the quality of the rhythm. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 2 and 3 and 4 and 1. Slightly different feel, but it's exactly the same sticking. I could think of them as even quintuplets, fivelets, and then they would be completely even, like 1 E and 8, 2 E and 8, 3 E and 8, 4 E and 8, 1 E and 8, 2 E and 8, 3 E and 8, 4 E and 8, 1. Again, you have a lot of play in terms of what you could do with the rhythm. But traditionally, they're felt over an eighth note. A seven-stroke roll would be felt over a dotted eighth note. 1 E and 1 E and 3 doubles, and then a single. So I ran out of time on my last video talking about stroke rolls, but if we continue with the seven-stroke roll, as these rolls get longer, you can apply a formula to it, and that helps you apply the sticking to the rhythm. So the formula is add 1, divide by 2. So if we take a seven-stroke roll, the 7, add 1, you get 8, divide by 2, it's 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now if we count that in 16 notes, 1 E and 1 E and that gives you your rhythmic foundation for that sticking. And that works with all of these stroke rolls. So if we take a 9-stroke roll and we add 1, we get 10. Divide by 2, we get 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Notice how a 9-stroke roll starts with the right, ends with the right. In that case, the roll is going to alternate. You're going to start this way and go back and forth, starting with the right, left, right, left. If the roll starts on one hand, ends with the opposite, like a 7, then it doesn't alternate. You stay the same way. Now let's take an 11-stroke roll. So an 11 plus 1 is going to give you 12. Divide by 2 gives you 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1 E and a 2 E. Again, once you get the 6, count it in 16 notes. 1 E and a 2 E. That shows you where the roll starts and where it stops. A 13-stroke roll, add 1 is 14, divide by 2 is 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1 E and a 2 E end. 1 E and a 2 E end. If you do a 15-stroke roll, add 1 is 16, divide by 2 is 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1 E and a 2 E and Now again, that one starts on one hand, ends on the opposite, so you don't have to alternate it. 1 E and a 2 E and 1 E and a 2 E and 1 E and a 2 E and finally a 17-stroke roll, which is in the books the last that they go up to. Yes, you could go further than that, but in the standard rudimental talk like sense of thinking about it, 17 is usually as far as they go. So 17 plus 1 is 18, divided by 2 is 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That's going to be from 1 all the way to be 3. 1E and a 2E and a 3. 1E and a 2E and a 3. And there is your 17-stroke roll. So that's how you figure it out. I hope it helps.